Today we're going to revise the topic 5 or chapter 5, and in this chapter we will discuss about the ocean and fisheries. So in this chapter, at the end of the chapter, we also summarize that how many topics are included in the syllabus, and we will see that we had covered all the chapters or not, all the topics or not. Okay, so start from the beginning, ocean and fisheries. If you see the ocean, ocean means the water body, and this water is which water? Salty water. And fisheries, you know, that come from the word fish. And in this, we are talking about fishing and factors which are going to impact the fisheries. So first of all, they're saying oceans are very important part of the life on the earth. So they are give us a lot of things, and they are the source of many things. For example, if you talk about food, so the fish that includes the true fish, fin fish, shellfish, and other sea animals can be eaten. So it means that this or these oceans, they are providing us the food, and that food is used by the humans to continue their life activities. The main fisheries are located in continental shelf. This word, what is the continental shelf? So this is the part in the sea, and it is like 150 meters deep approximately. We will see the detail also. So most of them you will find the fisheries are there. Most of the types of the fish are located there. And what is the reason why they are located there? Because that there they can find the plenty of the light. I mean the water is shallow till 150 they can get the sunlight, and there is more oxygen, and there is more oxygen mean there is more nutrients. So fisheries are present there. After that, not only the food we are getting from the oceans, you are getting chemical and building material also. So sometimes you'll find that the building materials which are used in the building construction areas, they are found in the rocks, and sometimes these rocks are carried from the oceans, and sometimes even they are getting the sand from the rivers or oceans. So we're talking about oceans here. So also chemical building material. Many materials in the oceans have been eroded from the land, where rain and wind break down the rocks and carried into the oceans via rivers. So they're saying that how these chemical building materials are reached in the ocean. They're saying that first of all, weathering happened, and weathering happened due to the wind or due to the weather condition, and after that erosion happened, and when the erosion happened, so all these chemicals and building material from the rocks, they went to the rivers, and from the rivers they went to the ocean. So in other words, we can say that in the ocean you can find chemicals and the building materials. Now the most common thing which are present in the ocean, they you can say directly you can extract them: the salt, magnesium, tin, gold, titanium, and diamond. They're also found in the ocean. For example, now talk about salt. Salt water is left more many weeks in a hot sun. For example, if you take a seawater and you will just put the seawater in an open place, so what will happen? Due to sunlight, all the water it will evaporate. When the water will evaporate, behind you will find the salt. So you can say the salt is a can be obtained from the oceans. After that, you have the diamonds. Diamonds found in a greater number in ocean floor than on the land. They're saying that if you compare the percentage of the diamond, they are more found in the ocean floor as compared to the land. But when they are under the ocean, so it becomes really difficult to take them out. Much harder to mine ocean floor as it must be dragged. For example, first of all, you have to clear the ocean. Above you have the water, then you have the sand and other things. You have to erode then you have to clear all the water. After that, you have to remove all the mud, weeds, rubbish, whatever there. Then sediment are silted. Then you have to go down. So it is a quite difficult process as you will mine the diamond on the land. So this is the other thing present in the ocean. Okay. After that, sand and gravel and crushed rocks. Gravel is also like you are when you are breaking down the stone into small pieces, and sometimes it is used on the road. So they are throwing the small piece of a stone on the road, and then they put the coal tar or bitumen to make the road. So that is a gravel. Gravel means a fine pieces of rock. Then you have a sand, crushed rock also. Mined for the construction industry. Physical damage can be caused to seabed and associated habitat if care is not taken. They're saying you can get the sand, gravel, and crushed rock from the sea, but it is quite dangerous because what when you are going, for example, this is the sea and this is the water above here. Here is the you have the sand and other thing. So you have to remove all these layers. Here can be the plants, here can be other things. Then you have to remove these things. It means you are removing the habitat for many living things. So they're saying that it will disturb that habitat for the many organisms. So the care should be taken. If there is no other way to get the sand and gravel, only the ocean is the only choice, then the care should be taken while you are doing this process. The fine particle clouds that are produced, resettled, and interface with the photosynthesis. They're saying that even you are taking care, and due to that, sometime the sand particle they are moving in the water because you dig the ground to get the sand, but still some sand particles they are really lighter. They are moving in the water, so they can disturb, they can interference, and they can disturb the photosynthesis process. They also act as a source of heavy metal that can enter the food chain. And you know that whenever we're talking about the food chain, the down one, the main thing is the producers. If you see any food chain or food pyramid, so down you'll find the producer, and mainly producers are what? Plants. And plants, how they produce their the food? By the help of photosynthesis. So it means that when you're talking about photosynthesis, the plants are really important. And when you're doing all these activities to taking the sand and gravel, crushed rock from there, so it is a possibility that there will be a you can say small the stone and the sand or other pieces they can come and they can disrupt the photosynthesis, and also they can enter any food chain because they have become really fine. Okay, so this is the other thing we said that we can get from the uh, ocean, sand, gravel, and crushed rock. After that, you have the oil. Oil mean you're talking about crude oil. Lot if you can find lot of well which of crude oil in the ocean, even in Saudi Arabia, in the Dammam area. So you can get from the crude oil from the ocean. Wave energy we discussed in the chapter number 2 that the energy which is produced by the waves which is produced in the ocean. So they are also getting the wave energy from ocean. Tide energy, the high tides at the night when the tides become high, so you store the water in a dam, and in the day when the tide become low, you remove the water from the dam again back to the sea. So and then you put a turbine here. This turbine move the this water move the turbine and electricity is produced. So that's known as tidal energy. So you can get the tidal energy also from the ocean. After that, the tourism. So in lot of countries, they are earning lot of money from the tourism from the oceans. The best example is Maldives, Sri Lanka, okay, and other countries which have the small islands, and those islands all around they have the ocean, and they are getting millions of tourists every year. So this in this way the ocean also provide a tourism, and from the tourism the especially the most economically developed countries they come and they live here, and they spend their time, and it generate a lot of revenue or income for that country which has these oceans. So tourism also you are getting from the ocean.